And which is why I thought, this will be also very educational and informative for our viewers. So let's start with the basics, right? So I put down a few FAQs that, the general public, people who are extremely ill-informed or not at all informed about the history and the glory of Ayodhya could actually know about it. So for beginners, let's start with when and who established Ayodhya.
Okay, so this is the most important part. So, this is something I unearthed from my research, and people find it very surprising. And the first part of my book, starts with the answer to this question, and I'll repeat it again for everybody. So, how do you address human beings? What do you call them?
Depends on the language.
Yeah. In English, what would you call them? Or
Mr.
even in
Mrs. Miss.
You'd call like a man is like, a man and a woman, and a manav jati as a, right? Like a homo sapien, a male homo sapien is called a man, and generally it's called mankind. And in Hindi, we call manav, right? Mm-hmm. Humans are called manav, right? Yeah. So the word man and manav have their root in the word manu. Mm-hmm. And Manu is a title. It's like a title given to the president. So let's say the president is the title. Okay, so for a prime minister is a title. So for example, Narendra Modi is the prime minister. That's the title, right? So yeah. That's the title. It's a titular name. Okay. Yeah. Now this is given to the progenitor of the human species. And what do we mean by the progenitor of the human species? After every pralaya or deluge, when all species are wiped out, especially human species are wiped out, because in deluge, everybody dies. People don't really survive deluges. So when this happens, then the re-establishment of humankind or manav, or, as a species and other species, is carried out by a man or a family, or, and then that family gets the title of Manu. That king, he then becomes the king. So he is then Manavendra. So what is Manavendra? Manavo me Indra. So Indra means king. So he's the king amongst men. His title is Manu. And what is surprising, and why I gave you the example of English as well as Hindi and Sanskrit, is because all Abrahamic as well as Hindu and Hindu religions, Hindu dharma and all the religions that came out of Hinduism, they trace the origin to Manu. Whether you take a look at Judaism, Christianity, whatever, they talk of they've just changed the names. Mm-hmm. They've just, and I don't, if you'd actually look back and if you actually know phonetics, they've not even changed the names. It's just that they've pronounced it in a different manner. Right. Okay. Right. So, and Hinduism is the oldest surviving religion or dharma in the world. We precede everybody else. Anybody who was there around our time no longer exists. So obviously what we have said has been copied by anybody who has come later, right? Because Judaism, Christianity, they have a starting date. Hinduism has no starting date. So we that's why we call ourselves Sanatan, from eternity to eternity, right? So Manu is the person who established Ayodhya. And after the deluge, he made this his capital. He was the first man, and it is in the vansh, or it is in the lineage of Manu that Bhagavan Ram was born. So Ayodhya has been a place of prime importance since the dawn of mankind. And by the dawn of mankind, I mean the seventh avatar, the seventh Manu, which is our Manu, the Manu of the current Manvantar. And his his scion as in that's why he's called the scion of Ikshavaku, whatever you want to call him. And so Ayodhya has always been a place of supreme importance to Hindus, and after the birth of Bhagwan Ram, it's become even more important, because you've got avatars coming from there. So his lineage, by the way, has been very important since a long time. So there's Bhagirath who got Ganga. There is Sagar who established the ocean or who expanded the ocean. So if you look at the timeline, so if you look at the lineage, is excellent. And I actually have a YouTube channel wherein I explain the kings of, I talk about the kings of Ayodhya as well. So if anybody is interested, they can go to my YouTube channel and take a look at it.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.